Hello, my name is Kevin Durham. I'm a professional Master of Ceremonies and Toastmaster, and in a few moments I'm going to walk you through my background and what I've done leading up to now to give you an overview of the services that I can provide for your event. So I started way back now in 2005 in radio. I did that for a few years until I became a professional event host in 2008. And at a similar time, I became a Toastmaster attending weddings. In 2010, I branched out into two different areas again. One was freelance TV presenting, and I've done work for Fox, Warner and Universal. And then the other area I branched out in 2010 was comedy. And a few of my projects came to a head in 2016. At one point, I had a pilot greenlit by Comedy Central, and I thought my career was going to take a very different turn. However, such is the nature of TV, they pulled the project the day before the shoot. So comedy writing is definitely something I can incorporate into my work as an event host for your event. On the corporate side of the events that I've covered, I've done venues indoors as big as MK Arena. Outside, I've played to around about 10,000 people. Just in the last few months alone, I've worked alongside the likes of John Cleese, Gabby Logan, and Lord Coe. I've done around about 150 weddings up and down the country. And the way in which I work with my clients is very much client focused. I know a lot of MCs kind of have one style, it's just them and it's like it or lump it. However, what I like to do is go through a very detailed consultation with my clients, really getting clear not only on what's happening at the event, but also how the client wants me to be at the event. You know, does the client want me to be the funny guy or the straight guy or somewhere in between? I always make sure that I give my clients exactly what they're looking for without any unwanted surprises, by making sure I get the style that they're looking for spot on. I'll now talk you through my business side. My first business was an event management company, which I sold in 2010 after running it for 4 years. During the time running that business, I oversaw and personally managed lots of different types of events, from small VIP parties to large corporate award functions. I'm a published author on business. You can find me on the Amazon Kindle store. At the time of filming this, I'm in the process of selling another company which deals with quick flips at auction, property that is, and I nearly became a business speaker. I put my toe in the water with doing some business speaking, although I decided I was having too much fun doing what I'm doing at the moment and left that to one side. And I guess what this side of my experience allows me to bring, if required and requested, is not only the ability to help manage things behind the scenes, but also the ability to really help out if it hits the fan or if anything goes wrong at your event. Now, the best example that I've got of really stepping up to the plate at an event where something went wrong was a wedding that I went to a few years ago as a Toastmaster, and the DJ didn't turn up. The DJ was just really badly caught in traffic. He wasn't going to get to the venue in any kind of reasonable time period, and I was then presented with a choice. Option one was to go to the bride and groom and say, look, I'm really sorry for what's happened, but my time's up, see ya. My other option was really to try and create something from nothing, pull something out of the bag and try and save the evening. And that's exactly what I chose to do. So what I did was I gathered a few people's mobile phones and iPods. I grabbed an auxiliary cable from my car. I plugged into the venue's PA system, and then I became an impromptu DJ doing some very heavy mixing across people's different devices. And when people got quite fed up with my hammy mixing, so I'm sure you can appreciate mixing with lots of different devices is tricky at the best of times, I then played games with guests to fill in the dead space. And the bride and groom and the bride and groom's family were so happy with what I did. They totally didn't expect me to do any of this stuff when they booked me, that I think I'm now on my 9th or 10th booking as a result of what I did that day. So a few weeks after that, I got booked by the groom's uncle, and then a couple months later, I got booked by the bride's cousin, and then it was a friend of the couple, and then it was a friend of a friend, and then I just started to get booked by people who just heard about what I did on social media, but they weren't even at the wedding. So just to really summarise all of my experience with you, because I know this has been a long introduction, well done if you've kept going this far. As I mentioned before in the entertainment section of my experience, my main aim is really to give you, the client, what you're looking for at your event. You know, do you want me being straight and intentional and almost business-like? Or do you want me to be almost a traditional Master of Ceremonies but have some kind of sense of humour, play around a little bit? Or do you want me to be a full-blown entertainment solution at your event, doing a bit of comedy and games with your guests, keeping energy high throughout. That choice at the end of the day is in your hands. Thank you for watching. If you do have any questions, then please do email me at the email address below this video. Thank you.